Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We have some tips on how to earn a red jacket with Mary Kay coming up.
Golly gee, just what I've always wanted.
And we're gonna get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer. Sorry, I am not sure what happened with that intro, but anyway, if you're not familiar with Mary Kay is what is called an MLM, also known as a multi-level marketing company, network marketing company, social selling company, party plan company. Some would even refer to it as a pyramid scheme. And that is because they run off of a recruitment-based business model, meaning the more people these Mary Kay consultants recruit onto their what is called unit, the more money they make in the form of jackets, trip incentives, money bonuses, and all other types of things. These companies do primarily have products, and Mary Kay is in the business of skincare and makeup. Now that we have all of that out of the way, we are going to hear a top leader in Mary Kay tell us how we can earn a red Mary Kay jacket. Let's get into it.
I am Shelly Olson from Helena, Montana. I have been loving my business for 39 years. And I became a red jacket basically 39 years ago. I joined in March of 1986, did nothing until I went to seminar that year, came back home, started August 1st, and by the end of January, I had earned my first beauty consultant car.
It's a Mary Kay car.
So I had to figure out the red jacket thing pretty quickly because you have to get in red.
What if we just go to Goodwill and buy a red jacket? Can we do that? Do we have to get the Mary Kay red jacket?
We just look for the silliest red jacket.
Also, she's wearing a pink jacket now, which means she's the most elite of the Mary Kay consultants.
And that scared me like you wouldn't believe. But when I broke it down and started being strategic and intentional and trusting the process of the skincare class, I knew that I could do it. So I want to share with you what I did and what got me really excited to continue sharing the career all of these years. So first of all, your focus, of course, red jackets have 3. Seniors have 1, super seniors have 2, but you get to red in your first day. You already know 3 people that would want to power up with you. So you get 3 for a 4% commission.
So you have to sign 3 consultants and then get them to promote or be active, is what I'm gathering so far. It's easy. You know 3 people that have skin. That's basically what they tell you in Mary Kay, I feel like.
We got 4% back then, and my very first team member, she ordered 600 in a month, 1 month time. And so I got a $24 commission and I got to go out and have dinner. The second month, I actually bumped up to 5 because I was earning the car. So I was right up to 5, but not everybody ordered. So I only got a 9% commission of $87 and I earned my first ever leather purse. Oh my gosh, I have a picture of it, you guys. I want to show it to you. Let me see if I can share it. I definitely have my picture.
This is sad.
$87? Even back then, that was not a great amount of money, but you got a leather purse. So the way they took advantage of women in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially in MLMs like Mary Kay, is so sickening to me. And a woman started this. A woman said, let me shower these other women with presents and make them think they own a business so I can make more money for my family. This is sickening. I love that she got a purse that she loved so much that she gets this excited about to talk about, but I hate that it was done in this way, in a way where you had to bust your ass to make money for somebody at the top. And it's not the same. No. It is not even close to the same as a corporate job where you're making money for someone at the top. You're making a livable wage. In most cases, you're making a wage that is nothing close to what these people are making. You're making way more, whether you're working at McDonald's, whether you're working at a hospital, whether you're working at Burger King. It doesn't matter. Any job position, according to statistics, is making more than somebody in an MLM like Mary Kay. But if you just went and got a job, you would have way more than $87 and a leather purse. You can have more money and buy yourself the purse. And that is so much more rewarding than getting it from an MLM. But that's just my opinion.
Forget the purse because that's not the big deal. 87, bought a leather purse. The next month, I strategically planned on that 13, which was 12% love check.
Oh no, the love check. The love check is back. So I've learned over the years of covering Mary Kay that apparently your love check comes from your team. So that's your team's bonus that you get. That's your love check. The fact that they call it a love check is enough for me. I don't want any part of it.
5 ordering 180 or more. Now it's 225. And me doing a 600. The only part I could ever control was my 600. That was a done deal every month. I knew for the rest of my career, I would never, ever order less than 600 wholesale a month because I knew that not only I was going to be a star, but then I would get my 13% commission rather than 9. Same work. So
you're ordering the wholesale to get the higher commission, but you haven't even gotten paid yet. You haven't even made a sale yet. You're just buying the things you need to sell to hopefully make money. This is wild to me. Mary Kay blows my mind. They all do. But this one, I just don't know how they're still trucking through, taking advantage of women. It's I should stop talking.
You don't want to get yourself in trouble.
I just feel like they're coming from a very specific religious group. The new women in this business. That's all I'll say.
The third month, I got a $611 commission check. And I have to show you guys my sofa. Let me see if I can share my screen on this and show you. I got a velour sofa and it stayed in the family for a while. And so that's it. I went to the furniture store and I actually got to purchase that and didn't have to buy a used sofa to put a JCPenney throw over.
Great. I love that for you. But today, that argument isn't really going to work anymore.
Women can do shit now.
We are in an age of overconsumption and we can buy things at all different price levels, just depending on where you look. And starting a Mary Kay business specifically to purchase a couch, please don't do that. You're just going to end up not being able to afford the couch and putting yourself even deeper in debt, according to statistics. Please click the FTC link in my description that's there for every video to understand more about how these MLMs like Mary Kay are ripping people off and using things like you can buy a new couch to rope people in to this bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's what it is, allegedly, in my opinion. Man.
Which was really how I grew up, okay? So my dad was a carpenter, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I had a beautiful growing up, but we did not have a lot of money. So from that 611 love check.
Listen to yourself when you say that. You don't need a lot of money and a new couch to have a nice life. She had a beautiful upbringing. She said it herself, and they didn't have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money and a new couch and a leather bag for happiness. Don't buy into the MLM bullshit that this woman is feeding you.
I have now built my team to between 60 and 80 personals in my unit, and that's where I like to keep it. So that led to my highest commission for 1 month as a sales director, $17,600. And yes, you will grow into that because they tell us you can only what you're currently earning, if it's $3,000 a month, multiply that by 3. And that's what you can comprehend is 3 times what you currently earn. So 17,600, that is not the highest one I'll get. I have bigger dreams. So let me talk about how to settle in to a consistent 500 love check for 6 months, pop right up to 1,000 for the rest of your career. When you have $1,000 love check, I promise you will get anything you want in this business.
A laborious cycle of empty promise.
Including a pink Cadillac. I just picked up car number 20, lucky number 13 Cadillac. I have never gone to a dealership to buy a car.
But can you afford to put gas in it with your Mary Kay money?
I don't know about cars. Don't tell anybody because sometimes they think that I'm not very smart.
If this shoe fits.
But why do I need to know about cars?
Because you drive a car.
I just get a new one every 2 years. I don't need to know. I know if they're round or square, like the square ones. And I know pickups from cars. That's all I need to know.
She's showing her age. You should take the time to learn a little bit more about things, but go ahead and be ignorant to the fact that you're getting ripped the fuck off.
So the first goal is 4,000 team wholesale production total for the month, not counting you. You don't get to count in that. 4,000. How do we plan that? How do we intentionally do that? Parties, recruiting, setting people up for success with inventories.
Why are you having the parties? Oh, of course, to get more recruits so that you can recruit them and set them up with their inventory. It's a vicious circle. It's gross.
And so you add it all up, it's $4,000, you get a $520 love check.
All for a love check. All for a love check.
I watch my numbers every month. I have to be at 8,000 wholesale because that is a 1,040 commission check. So this is intentional from the first day of the month. We're going to go through a whole month and we're going to work. Why not get paid 13 instead of 9? And that means you're working with your team. You're loving on them. You're taking them to meetings. You're making sure they show up for things. You're bringing over products to show them so they can get excited. Something new you just got started on. Oh my gosh, I brought you a sample of Revealing Radiance. This is the glycolic acid peel. You've got to start using this. I love it. I've been using it. I'm giving it to everybody as a gift for Christmas. So you do things like that. You take care of them.
You're not taking care of them. You're pushing product on them for your benefit.
You trust the process of the party, the process of interviewing the hostess, interviewing the most likely, that's the sparkler, and the least likely, like me, who just sits in the corner and isn't going to say boo. So that's what you do. How do you get to that love check? Well, you're going to hold parties. You're going to hold facials when it's during the day and no one can hold a party. She's going to bring a friend. So it's faces, 30 faces a month. And I'm going to tell you
30 faces a month. So when she says 30 faces a month, she means that these consultants that are listening to this training should be having somebody meet up with them and have a facial. When they say facial, they're not supposed to put things on your face. So typically what they do is give you the sample size and instruct you on how to wash your face and moisturize. That's basically what these facials are. And she's saying she wants her consultants to do at least 30 of these a month when people have caught on to these free Mary Kay facials and they don't want to do them anymore. It's going to be very, very, very difficult to find 30 faces a month to pull your scammy bullshit on them, in my opinion, of course.
I hope your director doesn't get mad at me. Maybe don't tell her this part, okay?
Secrets don't make friends.
I've never done a facial box. I don't like them. I bought them and because they're cool. I bought them off the MK Connections. I've made really pretty ones and then I don't take them anywhere. I don't know why. I don't, but it doesn't matter. Then they told me I should go out and warm chatter book people. That made me sweat. So that was terrifying. So I settled on 10 referrals from every woman who bought a skincare set. And mainly it was the ones who bought like now we call it the Beyond Ultimate Miracle set.
So you're throwing the responsibility of growing your customer base onto your customers.
We used to call it the Basic Plus Basic Color and then the Cadillac Collection. They would give me 10 referrals and I'd say, who do you know who loves to take care of herself? Who do you know who loves to take care of herself? When you give me 10 names for whoever has a facial, I'm going to total up the sales. If it's $1,000, you get 10% of the sales in pre-product.
Do they still do this? I said this in a past video, but I would be so pissed if I got a call or a text or a message from anybody trying to ask me to do a Mary Kay facial or host a party or anything. And this is something that I have seen multiple Mary Kay consultants encourage, is asking your customers for the information to reach out to 10 friends or family members. So you have to give them their name, phone number, and or email address. 10 of your friends are going to be okay with that? Or are we just doing it blindly and hoping for the best?
That's how I built my business from day one. And I never left a party without 2 bookings because I told them, now ladies, I kind of have forgotten this part, but I have to have 2 bookings. That means that you hold a party and you hold a party.
She's begging for bookings, not because people want to book a Mary Kay party. She's begging for bookings. She's acting. She's making it look like she is going to lose her business unless she gets 2 parties booked from that party. So people, of course, are going to be feeling bad and say, yes, I'll do it. I've been there. You feel weird when you're put in a situation like that, especially when you're a people pleaser or a recovering people pleaser. It's very hard to say no.
Who are the party holders here? Because if I don't have 2 bookings, I almost forgot this part, I get fired. And next time you're going to have a different Mary Kay lady. It won't be me.
You sit on a throne of lies.
She straight up lied to them. She'll get fired. Who is firing her? Nobody is firing her for not booking 2 more parties. That's false. If anybody ever tells you that, it's false.
So they would book their 2 parties. Okay, so that's how I got the clientele. But then I started getting confused over how many people I was recruiting, who I was going to recruit. So I came up with these focus folders.
And if any of that clientele is watching this video, they now know that you blatantly lied to them in the grossest way possible. You told them you were going to lose your job. You were going to get fired if you didn't book 2 parties from that one party, when that was the furthest thing from the fucking truth.
I learned it from one of my friends who was a red jacket.
She has a red jacket and she'll be ducking behind some bushes.
These are my original focus folders. I'm going to show you what they're all about. You open the folder, and I like bright ones, so they're always something I can find in my 3-layer house. Got 3 levels, so I could lose it somewhere. And every person that I thought that I wanted on my team, I put their name in here. Okay, I'm going to tell you there are women on this board right here who are still in my unit today. This is dated 2004, 2005. I could go through here and probably 10 of these women are still in my unit today.
Imagine finding out you're just a block on this woman's manila folder. Like, ma'am, what? I no longer want to be associated with you ever again in my entire life.
And I would interview them and I'd write little notes about them. It didn't have to be a lot because I'm a believer that a woman will tell you anything if you ask. And I ask a ton of questions because when you are interested in others, you become more interesting. And so they don't even know anything about my life. Nothing.
So it wasn't out of the pure intention of wanting to get to know these people. This is horrific.
I just keep talking. Oh yeah, your husband, how did you meet? Oh my gosh, that sounds dreamy. Tell me about your first date. Well, how did he propose to you? Oh my God, how many kids do you have? How old are they? Which one is the extrovert? Which one's the, I am on. Tell me about your job. Who do you work with? I'm finding out. And then when I recruit them, I know all these things to share with them. But if I don't, I put it down here, like what's their husband's name? Where did we meet? Where did we do the interview, etc. And I would tell them, I'm so happy that I got to put you in a square because everybody I put in the square, I love.
Oh my fucking God.
Ew. Oh my, it's getting worse as the seconds go on. Sorry, I hit my mic, so I had to grab it like that. It's getting worse. We're only halfway through.
And so I put you in my square, and now we're going to have a sharing appointment.
No, we're not.
So I have all my focus folders because once you have
You literally are putting the people you love in a box.
your focus folder finished and you've got yeses and nos and crosses out and such, because if there's a no on there, it's because I decided, well, she either said no or I decided I didn't want them.
Oh
my God. What happened to the love you had for them?
Well, that was lust, not love.
Once you move to a new focus folder, everybody that doesn't have a yes or no on it gets moved to the next folder. I have an offspring director who was on my focus folder 10 folders in a row. And finally I recruited her. So all of these are focus folders. You can put it in your phone. You can make a focus folder in your phone. It's really simple. The next thing I want to share is a script that kind of contains pretty much everything I want to say in a texting script. This is
Imagine treating every person you ever come in contact with like a business opportunity. Isn't that exhausting? Don't you want genuine connections with people? Not people in boxes that you love because you're going to get a love check from them? This is sick.
a woman I wanted to recruit. She said, I can't do it for 2 years. I've got to wait till my boys are a little bit older. And I said, oh, I totally agree. What a great decision. So then the starter kit went on sale. So text, just a quick text. I wanted to share that the MK Biz is on sale in March. 20 to join, 80 for the 400 kit of retail values. My job is to mentor you and weave it into your family goals. You truly can't lose, even if it's just half-price products for life that you settle on. But you have that complimentary hair business to go with this.
No. If you're a hairstylist and somebody tries to approach you with Mary Kay, Monat, anything hair or skin related, please don't do that to your clients. Your clients don't need your MLM bullshit. Want to come and enjoy an experience getting their hair done. Or if you're like me, they just want it to be fucking done so they could leave. I hate getting my hair done and my nails done. I feel like joining an MLM as an esthetician, a hairstylist, a doctor, that's the quickest way to start the downfall of your career. The MLM aware people that have done their research typically know that that is sketchy.
We can chat if you want. Invitation, not obligation at all. Everything I do, it's an invitation, not an obligation. I just know how it would magnify your life, and I'd love to work with you. Hearts, Shelley. So that's something that includes the invitation, not obligation. How am I going to weave it into her life? The fact that I already know she has a complimentary hair business to go with it, and that it would magnify her life, and never forget to add, I'd love to work with you. So that's the script I wanted to share. And then the very last thing that I think is helpful, I don't know where I put my phone, right here. Okay. In my phone, we all have one of these, right? I go in and I find my contacts. So I'm at the grocery store. I'm waiting in line. It's taking a little bit of time. I chit chat with the woman in front of me because maybe she bought some new laundry detergent that I might want to try. So I'm chatting with her a little bit. And then I say, by the way, when's the last time you tried Mary Kay products? Or have you? Oh my gosh. So do you sell Mary Kay? Yeah, I do. And I try to do at least 30 skincare trials a month. I would love to get your opinion of our products. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I'm busy. Guess what? I send samples. I just mail them straight to your house. And then we can get on a FaceTime or a Zoom or even Facebook Messenger video. And I walk you through them at night. Take your makeup off. You get ready for bed. You have beautiful skin in the morning when you wake up. Oh, I could do that. Okay, let me get your name and phone number. So I go into my contacts, and the very first thing I add to her name is facial.
I don't think she's going to share this, but I want to know the follow through on that. For the people who do get the products sent to them, how many of them answer your call or your Zoom call when it's time for that to happen? When somebody is pushy like this, to me at least, and they're like, oh, you don't have time to come to my house. Well, I'll just send it to you and then we'll call. I'll call after you get them and we'll talk. See how you like them. I'm going to be like, okay, sure. Give them my address. I don't pick up the phone for a single number I don't know. In fact, most of the time, my phone is only able to receive calls from my children. So I just am very curious to know how that today in 2025, this is a current training. Yeah, 2025. How successful is that way of doing things?
Why? Because then when it comes time for me to facial people, invite, send the things or whatever, I'm putting her information in. So if you look, I just did a search for facial. All of these are facial. Facial, 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 facial. These are all people I have conversationally booked. And once they become a client, I remove facial and they just get moved into a regular contact because I know them well. So facial Linda Shaw, I would go back.
Does Mary Kay not sell lip stain? It's this new thing we've been doing. It doesn't transfer.
Back home or go to the car and immediately put in my notes section in the phone, send packet to, and then I'd add her contact info there. But initially when I'm with her, I just want to get her name and her phone number, and I need your address to send the packet to. So then she gives me her address, and then I send the packet and I follow up. So if I want to recruit them, if I know right away I want to recruit them, they go under recruit, Janet Shaw. And then she's under recruit for when I'm having a guest event or, did I get lipstick on my teeth? That always happens. Anyway, I love doing that because then I've always got a facial lead list. I've got a recruit lead list. And if you meet someone who's perfect for leadership, who's going to be your first red jacket or your first offspring director, then you're going to put her under leader. And that's what I got for you. So I hope you're having a fantastic month. Make it a great one. I will tell you, 39 years later, this is what gets me out of bed. Every single day I fly out of bed and I cannot stand to go to bed at night because it's over. So thank you for listening and I wish you well. Blessings on everyone. Bye-bye.
That was very interesting. What a journey we went on. This was a short video. This was the old school way of how to earn a red Mary Kay jacket. And I really want to know the success rate with those mail out packets. Anyway, don't fall for this bullshit. Don't get a free facial from anybody in Mary Kay either. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.